Hey guys, just responding to this thread on 2 plus 2. This is a spot where we have jacks and heads up versus a regular. Under big blinds deep, we see bet a dry flop and villain check raises and then barrels off. Um, if Basically, I think this is a very clear call. Even if we assume our opponent is bluffing very infrequently, we can still beat a lot of his value range. We're getting just a little bit better than 2 to 1 on the river, so we need about 33% equity. And if we give him a range for check raising flop, betting turn, shoving river of all the gut shots that check raised the flop and got there, the two pairs, the sets, and top pair top kicker and top pair second kicker, then we have 60% equity versus that range. So obviously it's a very clear call. Now a couple of players have questioned whether or not he actually has 10x in his range, and I think we definitely can put some at 10x in his range, and if he's a regular that's not check raising any 10x on this flop and betting it for value on later streets, then you have a really good spot, because if he's check raising a decent amount of flops, then obviously his range is going to be retardedly polarized. So um, I think, but I think most regs these days have caught on to that they need to be check raising. If they're going to be check raising dry flops here, they need to be check raising, at least king 10 off for value. And to be honest, if you're check raising flops with the correct frequency, you probably should be correct check raising almost all your 10x. Though I'm not going to go through the process of proving that. But if we look at a more conservative scenario where he doesn't have king 10 in his range and just ace 10, top pair, top kicker, in that case we still have 43% equity. And I mean, that's, I think, about as conservative a scenario as you can get. I mean, obviously, if we completely remove ace 10 from his range, then we're going to have 0% equity. But this is just looking at a scenario where we're up against his value range, and obviously there's going to be some bluffs in his range as well. So in my mind, it's a pretty clear call. Um, and any situation where we have where our opponent can have worse for value on the river and potentially have bluffing frequency, we're almost always going to have the odds to call. So that's that.